Right, for Woodlands, something a little bit different, a bit of a Stallion preview as the boys are in the air. Mark Hughes, hello.
Holly, afternoon. How you going, son?
Not a bad place. There's a couple of people, one certain Kiwi won't appreciate where we are this time. Wolverhampton, mate.
Mate, we are in the Midlands of England for the Vincent Delaney Memorial today, day 2. And, mate, we've had a sensational trip to the UK thus far.
This will go up at the end of the day, but you already know it's going to be a big day. The atmosphere, the build-up, it's just brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, look, the last couple of days, great dinner on Friday night, races here yesterday. The atmosphere was unbelievable. Celebration about the racehorse, pure and simple, and obviously a lot of the big finals today.
Yeah, and that's a great way of putting it too. It is a celebration of harness horses. I encourage people to get across here. The reason for this, the other thing that is happening that's pretty important for a lot of stud masters in Australia and New Zealand, 16 Stallions are in the air as we speak, and the draft of Woodlands stud this year, they're in the air and due to touchdown maybe tomorrow, are they? Or today? Well, later today they're probably doing touchdown.
Yeah, touching down on the 12th, Southern Hemisphere time, so for us, the time difference is about 9 hours from here to Australia, 11 hours to New Zealand, so yeah, the boys aren't far off touching down in Auckland. They're going to New Zealand this time round. All the shuttle Stallions, so our boys will be off the plane first and hopefully be on farm around the 28th of August.
Betters has made the trip. Going to be exciting, and this is it, his last plane trip. They can file his passport. There'll be a lot of blokes looking at his passport and thinking, man, I wish I had one that was as good as that.
Yeah, look, it's the King's last flight one way. He will be retired at the farm as time marches on. He's consigned with Sweet Lou in a box, so Betters and Lou in a box today, Lather Up and Seaside in a box together as well. So, yeah, look, we're looking forward to the boys being on farm towards the end of August and, marching on to another season.
Sweet Lou, you mentioned him there before. Book is full. People need to be aware. He just keeps stamping himself everywhere. We're here in Great Britain. They can't get enough of him. Yep. They can't get enough in America. Diamond Creek, the guys from Diamond Creek are here as well. They love him. And as you said, he's on a box. He's got a nice little travel, mate. Better still like just shining him his ways through. But must be great to get him back to the Southern Hemisphere as well. Yeah. Lou's emergence as a dominant force in both hemispheres has occurred the last 2 years, and it's starting to become very, very relentless. As you say, I think he had 3 winners here yesterday at Wolverhampton. He's qualified horses into the final today. Leading 2 and 3-year-old sire in Australia again this season. 2nd or 3rd on the all age in Australia. His dominance continues. Son's going to stud obviously for the first time. Not the first time this year, but certainly a couple of nicely credentialed horses. Lou's a rock star, mate. We took a big risk on him, and we've been rewarded, and so have the breeders. Yep, absolutely. And yeah, we could sing his praises. We don't have to. Yep. I get told everything. Hasn't left a good horse. He hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. Seriously, just give it up. Give it up and celebrate him. He is a ripper. Down by the seaside, he returns, and he is really starting to now get the runs on the board again, probably silencing a lot of critics. Yeah, look, mate, we've always understood Stallions are a long game. And with him as well, we understand there's 2 very big books to follow. His current 2-year-old crop. He's well and truly entrenched in the top half a dozen 2-year-old sires in Australia, top 10 in the 3-year-olds, making a lot of serious cut through in New Zealand. His oldest crop's only 4. Yep. So we're halfway through his 4-year-old crop now, and you've seen he's got one of the best mares in Australasia. He's got probably two of the best 2-year-olds in North America so far this year as well. So look, Seaside, Rocky's well and truly on the way, so the critics are eating their words. She's going to be in Australia, so a lot of the Australians will actually get to see her too, so that'll have a few people thinking anyway. Yeah, I know. Look, she's a magnificent Filiati by the Seaside. She's off mare now, sorry. No, the other mare, Reedy's mare, is coming across as well, so that'll turn a few heads as well. Yeah. Coastal Babe's coming across as well, I believe, and she's going to be an embryo transfer to American Ideal at some point during the season as well. Wow. So, it's great horses being bred to great stallions. And that's the way it is working. Artie by the Seaside, Mantra Blue, Coastal Babe. That's all you have to say. I don't care what anyone says. Go and have a look at those horses. Horses like Uga Chaka, the one that went to America, they come from everywhere. He's just doing an outstanding job. Sudsy, my favourite. Lather Up, standing his first season in New Zealand. Yep. He resided previously at Northern Rivers. Kath McIntosh looked after him outstandingly. The Kiwis are going to be able to see him. Encourage him. Go and have a look at him. I love him. He's just a cool dude. And
pretty impressive couple of winners the last couple of days.
Yeah. Look, as we say to everybody, Stallions are a long game. We're patient, and that's the way you got to be. So he produced, I think, one of the better 2-year-old winners in Australia that's been so far this season. At Penrith on Thursday night, went 57. Had gone 53 at the trials at Menangle. Has had a nice winner in Brisbane. He's had Group 1 place getters already in New Zealand in his 2-year-old crop. So he's well and truly on the way. We understand, it'll be a little bit of a long game with him, but he bred half a dozen Group 1 mares last year in Australia and New Zealand. He's starting to acquire the right sort of mares. So it looks like he's plying his trade off B, C and D grade mares in his early crops, and he's starting to make a name for himself. So once those A and those A plus mares hit his barn, which we're going to give him some this year as well, like we did last year, then he'll well and truly be on his way.
Yeah, and he's, as I said, he's a beautiful horse, and they're really fast, these horses. There's one going to race, if this doesn't go up until Tuesday, there's one stepping out at Shep. It's been very impressive at the Shep trials as well for Laura Wilson, so keep an eye on that horse going forward. What the Hill, another much maligned horse. I don't know why. I will say unfortunate probably for the racing stock. They tend to have a few little issues from time to time. 2 Derby winners in his first, his oldest of 4-year-olds. He's already left 2 Northern Derby winners. Stacey's horse, whose name has just walked out of my head. It's very, very sorry, Stace.
Bet and Win.
Bet and Win was going to be favourite for the Great Square. Unfortunately, this is what I say. Unfortunately, things go wrong. Won the Stella Square though, and everyone sat up and had a look at him. The Kiwis already knew about him. They already knew how good that horse was.
Yeah, look, as we've spoken about over the journey, the trotters are a patchwork quilt. So What the Hill's done an enormous job in North America. He's got 2 serious 2-year-olds up there this year in Ohio. Ronnie Burke's got a couple of very, very good 2-year-olds by him. Down under in New Zealand, leading 2-year-old sire, second on the 3-year-old size, second on the all-age size in New Zealand, oldest crop, the same as Down by the Seaside, only 4. Consistently getting winners in Australia, but not from a lot of breeds. So, as we've always spoken about with him, if a horse like What the Hill hadn't had the Hambletonian taken off him, breeders would be paying 10 or 12 grand to go to stud, he probably would never have shuttled. So at $5.5 grand this year, he is unbelievable value. Unbelievable value.
And go back and watch that race and say that, he deserved to lose it because it was a very, very odd one. Speeding Spur, he's also available there for people. We want to make sure people are aware that, the farm favourite, he's there as well.
Yeah, look, Joel Boy's there as well. Look, he's had a couple of the qualifiers as 2-year-olds in New Zealand, so we all know that, for him, he doesn't get a lot of mares, but he is worthy of people's look. It's not a lot of money. He was a great horse that made a lot of money, made over $1 million. Certainly made a lot more money than some of this frozen semen options that are being thrown at breeders down under. He was certainly clearly a better horse than a lot of the horses that are coming down and shuttling.
And there's a few starting to step out, and trainers are pretty keen on them. In New Zealand, Lou's book is full.
Yep.
Even though people keep sending you messages and want to keep going there. The rest of the boys, get in touch with you about them in Australia. Get in touch with Stacey or Cameron Grant in New Zealand. They'll look after the guys, but get in touch with anyone at woodlandstud.co.nz.
Yeah, get in touch with anybody. So American Ideal Frozen in Australia, all gone. So Sweet Lou, for anybody that sees this now, I encourage them, if they want to be on in 25, 26, email, drop us a line, because the reality is before this season starts, or probably deep into October or November, his book will be done for the following year.
Yep.
So Betters has got solid enough bookings already, which we're really appreciative of the people that continue to support the King. Down by the Seaside's got a good early look as well, and so has Lather Up. So look, get in touch with us, guys. The season's literally, by the time you and I return from the UK, is 4 weeks away, and we will be ready to rock and roll again as we normally are. Encourage anybody with those early dry mares to get in touch with us. Let's get them done. Let's breed them early. Let's get them in foal early. Let's shut the door on having those early pregnancies done.
Yep. Well done. I think we've got to go, mate. First race here at Wolverhampton in Great Britain. And please, anyone that is watching this and next year, get in touch with us if you want. Get in touch with anyone, but get in touch with us about this meeting. I know a lot of Australians have come across, they say how great it is. It ain't great. It is absolutely sensational. We sponsor Race 4 together as well, so I'm pretty excited about that. A bit of a shock to the system, but no, it truly is. It's just a great harness racing atmosphere, a great harness racing event, isn't it?
Yeah, look, the experience has been first class, and I would encourage anybody to start saving up their pennies and come across. You've got a lot of options here. You can travel through London, you can go to Glasgow, you can go to Edinburgh to make your way to this race meeting,
in the Midlands. So yeah, highly recommend it. If anybody wants any information, they can always talk to us about, you know, how it's all gone, how it's unfolded. But yeah, we've had a sensational couple of days and a few more days to go.
No, absolutely. Husey, thank you. Thank you very much to Woodlands Stud for their support, and we do have to get out of here because there's going to be a TV crew in here in a minute videoing these horses. But mate, thank you, and yeah, well done. The Stallion roster's looking terrific, so thank you very much.
Pleasure, mate.